asini ukrom kuba kumponsi wo obetena kumase osia chi brown kaze ena mahama no ene ente ase na NDC beden ende obaba ma no obaba no the only thing obetuma ye anya jantra agwakobọ kro no yebebo ni tuo kunu na yebekunu ato atwene ana agwakọ ye gala won say wasay mo life. There's something we need to also talk about, and it's got to do with a year asama na mekadebia about this man called Augustine Edubofo, this custom officer. Your friend Augustine Edubofo, Metara can send me say this man has been at the port for over 12 years. At the beginning of the year, any transfer to Koko Florida, and at the end of the day, no, Nipebi Esadeneba back to Accra in less than a week. This man has been involved in a lot of scandals about the Tema port. This Augustine Edubofo, make an ask said the GRA commission, the GRA boss, only the finance minister, they should do the right thing and make sure this man is sent back because he was actually transferred. I wasn't saying he should be sacked. I said that if this guy has been transferred to Koforidua, then he needs to stay in Koforidua because Ejuma no Accra no obi subetuma is Ejuma no. So I wasn't saying he was supposed to be sacked. I was saying that if they are seeing it right for him to go to Koforidua, then he needs to stay there. There's no reason for you to bring him back to Accra. Abra Ejuma Awayan bear 12 years no obi betuma. Now the good news is that and the date 1st of December, this man has been transferred back to Koforidua. He received his letter last week. I would like to applaud the authorities, the President of the Republic of Ghana, the government as a whole. We are all trying our best to protect this government. We are doing our best to make sure, nobody at the end of the day takes advantage of John Mahama's government. So I would like to say thank you to the boss to GRA for listening and making sure, the right things are done. Custom officials are more port one. Obian say we are monitoring every single person, every single one of you. We are watching. If we see Juma Oyen and Sonia, we will sit here and speak on it. We will criticize you. We will let the world know, you have to be kicked out. This man has been sent back to Koforidua. I'll come and show you his transfer letter. And I would like to say thank you to Mr. I don't know his name, the GRA boss, for making a move and making sure the right thing is done. So, Augustine Edubofo, from today, he's going back to Koforidua to work from there as a custom officer. So, Koforidua, you cross no person be Jumawa. So, now dream, and say Koforidua, you cross here, you should quit. Because your custom officials almost work Koforidua. So, this man has been moved to Koforidua. I would like to thank the president and then also the government for listening and making sure that the right things are done. Now, this is another story. I think it's worth discussing, and the reason why I'm saying it's worth discussing, and it's time and year break. A lot of people were discussing this issue about schools and encourage Sibu Ebi Christopher Omuko in Kremofo school and Ebi in Kremofo Omuko a Christopher school, and the Menoka say. Supreme Court directs Wesley Girls Senior High School to respond to Muslim rights allegations. And I think that case is still ongoing. But it is very important to say, Yabeti Bibiase. I think say Ghana no. We waste time on things, and it's a wasted time also. To be very, very honest with you, this issue is a national conversation. No. We are not supposed to make this matter a national conversation. The reason why I say this is I say you wasted time or nyoma bibriswa. In the first place, we are not even supposed to allow it to be a national conversation. Because in the first place, there is nowhere in Ghana obibe to makachem say nkrimufo any a Christopher eko. Since they say a woman as a Ghanaian, menti bi da. Say nkrimufo bi guha. Omuni a Christopher bi so mu guha. Aken sie ni omoko. So in the first place, there's no cause for alarm. We are not even supposed to make this a conversation. Radio, TV. So, and the more we speak on this, and some foolish people who cannot think are putting some comments out because they are so emotionally attached to Omujimi. It is basically making this conversation, which is not supposed to get to this point, get to this point. Now, Majority of us in Ghana, the reason why Yambako school ed because you want them to go to a school and go pass exams further to tertiary institutions, and we become proud as parents. And I'm a awufobi or Ghana biano or priority obama akwarako school in the say onko suade. Enti say oye Christoni na say oko ebia Islamic school. The reason why I wouldn't call Islamic school in the say unim say Islamic school we omo ya de. Enti ebia ti amas omo ya de what is omo ya de enti me pese me ba ko ho. Oye Christoni. The reason why I would ba ko on say o pese oba no pass. Into the priority number one is for your kid to go have an education. So you in Cremoni, and the same you are for now. So because oba enko persec. The reason I'm about enko persec, the priority is say enko persec enko suya de no on passing exams, na on be ye enko university and na whatever further. That is your priority. Into school in a priority. Anything that comes after the school biano a add on. Anything that comes after the school na nipa ne kobiano add on enti so obi ko presec so obi ko achimota so obi ko tiamas or incrimoni or Christonio as far as oye student na we wura ho no the priority number one is to go learn pass enti awufobia no priority no now sakra ne incrimoni na so ko a Presbyterian school, a Catholic school, an Anglican school ana akra no Christoni na oko tiama and a Muslim school. At the end of the day, no, the akorana esuma osomo it does not affect akorana de no oceano because at the end of the day, sa akorana eco school na baby esuma osomo it is not a priority to wuna oshe ana akorana baby oceano no that is not a priority. Sa akorabi ba school or presec now in crimoni na at the end of the day or passing the exams na oko to asoko university. We don't ask say akora way or call per second no yen cremoni or your chances esmoye or your chance and so the priority is akora ne pass ye. Now anything a can additional no a add on, and when I say it's add on, it is the work of the school. It is the work of the school to make sure say akora bi o biano at the end of the day why comfortable. Now sa akora bi yen cremoni wo per sec. Na say ebia presec school, 99% of the students in a Christo for a mission school. That is why we have something called the PTA. This conversation is a PTA conversation. This conversation is not a Supreme Court conversation. This conversation is not a TV conversation. This conversation, it is not a parliament conversation. This conversation is a PTA conversation. We cannot make this a national conversation. The reason why it's a PTA conversation is that Samia Kwamiti me wo me ba na me hu se tia ma dia school ni a good school champ presec na me pesa me ba no ko abra me nim se school no eyenkremosom na tete school na se eyenkremofo no doso se bio eyenkremom na tete school na I know se me ba ne ko no eye school a eyenkremofo school. So if I'm a member of the PTA na se ko PTA meeting I can raise an issue and say PTA board please me ba no I love this school oko school ha me pesa be pass na oktumi ko nanim can you in some way no move to me amaya so ya dwendwene ape a way to make sure say enkora no mwa na omoso nyankremufo no we can create an avenue for them to at least also feel comfortable when they want to practice their religion. The people on the PTAs they nkremufo wom you a Christopher wom sebio omunjimi they will have to sit and agree because ye nyina yema. So this issue is an issue the schools have to deal with it. This is not an issue the education minister has to deal with. This is not an issue the president has to deal with. This is not an issue that we need to go to parliament and discuss. Because Ghana ne etino ye Christopher ne enkrimofo obianko ye. It is ameba eko eye presec na me enkrimoni na meba wo ha na PTA anything aban we buy no why introduce PTA. These are some of the jobs of PTA. Anything aban we buy no say PTA is important. Go to PTA meetings. These are issues that you raise at PTA meetings. Into oba enkremoni na okosko presec. Na say o pese oka oban religion asem say yemma omu baby bia presec Muslim students omo bia 20. Na say mo nyina mo parents ba PTA no say oh PTA board please. Ya asem to manim nie. Yanka say yemmesi masalachi o school mu ha. Yanka say yemma no omo ndane school no to nkremofo school but ye pe school no additional course on anything you buy. Mobet to me and make key arrangements. Your man so bet me baby. Sebio asom. Omanya baby, omo ya sala, ometuma ya sala. Omo baby, omo ya kwanchira, omo betuma ya kwanchire. PTA is there to analyze these things, reason together, and make provisions. That is all. I see a Jimmy, I see a Niminyansa. And no one way ha no can we and then cremophone we beco and then Christopher pen cremophone intimate your motives. I don't know what Jimmy sa Mubu to do Jimmy. It has not gotten to that point where we have to even argue about this for this to end up in court. Because the reason why Sanyoma we nyinano any say a PA ebedru national as a national conversation say the PTA's job is to make sure these things are dealt with. Make up Presec. During my time at Presec, there were Muslim students in my school. Sebio, now you call assembly, you call worship Sundays. They don't want to go. When you go to Presec, a small space was made for them to worship, and they were going there to worship. In fact, so call the not a science block. When you go down to Engman, when you're going down a little bit, now say opa. I don't even know how to explain it. Anytime you're bedroom baby, in cremophone, we keep quiet. We walk quietly, because we know, say, this place has been dedicated to school. So it is the responsibility of the PTA, because school beer was basically established on some ground, on some belief. But the priority of these kids in all these schools, and they say, first of all, they are going there for education. If they are going there for education, the next thing say or some now person then you can go to PTA meeting and tell the PTA say, Miso me and Cremoni middle school way press before school. But me ban me person ko school no next some day ni so otwetwene nti PTA mo betumi me provision bi e bia classroom ma ko ne be yi amankwara no na sebio se Christopher no eko SU for no ko anaso mo so koye worshiper omo so betumi akọ sebio mo tena class till 5 p.m. omo betumi akọ akoya sorry. It is not a mosque. It is we make the same way a Christophobic tia massa. You bet me another room be mom say Sundays no munya mo worship. That's it. Why are we making this a big deal? There was so many things to think about. Mumu bino ye Jimmy. A Christophony be a Jimmy and a cremophony be a Jimmy and a yatin so na ye on what is the reason? This is a respect to every single school, PTA wom. And I don't think, say, PTA leadership, no more Jimmy out to the point to say, Obi our for. Obi our for. That's why I got PTA. I mean, you say PTA for Jimmy out to the point to say they hate Muslims or they hate Christians. No. I don't hear this platform. It does not hate any religion. And everybody in Ghana knows the lover platform where Christians and Muslims. It worries me when I see things like these that can be dealt with easily and people are exaggerating, bringing in things that are not important. In Krano school, they are not fighting. The young kids in the various schools are not fighting each other. In Korano are expecting their parents and their teachers to reason for them, think for them, guide them. So why are we sitting on TV and on radio making it look like say in Cremophone a Christopher Kontokwa? Since you are Ghana, me won't say Cremophone Christopher Koda. The last time we could some stupid write-up be Nana Jantoya. I went to school and I went to learn conflict resolution. Who are fighting? And point one, when conflict is about to start, and Mr. Jimmy, you know, Muko school, Mudia Muko Syaneka Kra, Mubipamo Tokwana Jimmy. What is conflict resolution about this? And I went to learn conflict resolution. Who? The chief imam of Ghana. He's one of the most respected people in Ghana. Do you think any Ghanaian can disrespect or undermine the Islamic religion in Ghana? The religion, the Christian religion. Do you think anybody can underestimate it? No. We have lived in harmony. This is basically an administrative thing that we need to go back to the basics and fix. We need to go back to the basics and fix. Problem new, and people are forcing problems. I've seen some young Muslim boys. They are on social media and they are trying to incite other people. You just say, this is not how to go. This is not how to go. This is an issue where this issue, and then can you say do TV? So this issue, And listen, can do TV. So because our PTA system is weak, that's why we are having these problems. Because our PTA meetings, this thing, weak. Because this is the job of the PTA. Into PTA, no what you is saying. You see, Parents Teachers Association. You jaya ma ama teacher for school. Welfare. There's a reason to a teacher for at a point they call us to come as parents to think with them. It's your parents in your bar. Why can't we put it before the teachers and say, "Me na me say school na cremo for school. Me buy a Christo din am den buy. Emom or something there. Kamunya ho me key some provision be ma me ban to me esoma. Me nka say yanda nin cremo for school no into Christian school." It's in the PTA meeting. We all sit, we judge. PTA will bring, okay, you're some old class, you're some location where we think saying, and Kramia saying 30, they can go there. That's all. Oh, me bana ba presec or about Wesley girls or me bano on kwara am 200 and I'm 20 or me nkrimu fon kwara. Please PTA meeting then am so yama yen nkrimu fon kwara yan kwara ye person so koso no musum. Yenim se additionality no mobile but osum so de ehia. Enti muntimi make provision bi an kwara we so no they can go there. That's all. That's it. Obian time obia. And then Ghana, we sit in Ghana and we let some fools just destroy this nation. Problem niwa ne akofa problem aba. Problem niwa ne akofa problem aba. Na ehon ankofo be tro kwasial articles. Enkofo be tro. What is all that? Majority of you people are in Ghana and muye dede yentiasie we Christoni we Nkremoni. You went through senior high school. You saw it. Majority of yeni Christo fonkwala ye wie school boy yankwa sorry. And I can say the same to a young Krimufonkwara. Majority of Krimufonkwara ikra and they to a yakun ye school crumpo salakwa yenye. But it does not mean say yanto or someone tonchini. Omusano I will say the show it needs to be there. But we don't have to make it look like say I to say Obibe Kubi. Who is going to fight who? In Kremo 4, any Christo 4, that's what make Ghana unique. Yetumatna in harmony from the day Ghana was put together into school. Akrabeja baby I worship intina and the Ghana babu. And intina and a Christophone in Kremophobe kontokwa. Now who Christoni and Ankremoni in Jimmy? Are you foolish? We need to reason beyond this and the mami bufu yakwana na jantwa. I got church on Facebook. I went to school and I went to learn conflict resolution. I don't know we all got to Ukraine. Who share conflict resolution we no wana ko Ghana. Got na bokwe. In kwasa sam na muso so Ghana sa intokwansi ya muso intokwesi. Confusion by muso confusion is see. Let us go back to the PTAs, the respective schools, the parents, Monko PTA meeting. If you have a kid in a school or in Kreboni, na say Akrano or Christopher school, go to PTA meeting and respectfully dialogue and let them understand. Yet the school no, adiano muchero hani yepe. Yepese about school ha. Ye Kremo 4. We believe in Islam. We believe it's a school no edo ya manti no mujiye. Into school no can make some provisions for our kid so that omusubenya baby asum. Yes, so ye a Christopher ye ko school tia amadia. Ye ko Islamic school. Ye do a school no. Additionality ye babaye. Ye PTA ye parents. Please ye mba ye Christopher. Ye enshe school no. Ye nyina pese ye adwene. Ye betu a small place for our kids to worship. That is it. And then ye Jimmy sir. Hey. I just said Ghana and no continental radio swa nan kwasia phobia ba omo be discussing. Now some way see ye into headmaster no headmaster and Wesley girls headmaster or power bang. No headmaster is powerful than any PTA in any school. Let's respect each other. Let us meet as adults. Let the PTA come together. Let adults meet. Let them discuss it. And then ye sika edi abua school dia yanka se we Nkremoni we Christoni. A do time a PTA Asia Ajiji dues. And me adia ko school ni dia. Adi yanka se we Nkremofo sika yanje because school adi e Christophone. Adentina ya sika ewo tia media na se Wesley gesa yanka se we Christophone kwa sika. No, we are not supposed to do that. In Kurani betna National Maths and Science quiz na omo ma answers do we say we there or you botwe ni or you turn into yanti asia botwe enya Catholic school ana Anglican school I don't know. Adentina nkwara no mko wini botwe no yanka se ntafo nkwara no it doesn't work like the kids don't even see it that way. So yene penifo we should reason for these kids. We should reason for them. We should meet. We should dialogue. We should make We should make decisions for them, decisions that will help their education. Akorebi or SSBI is because they want to pass. And to picky school, no. Menya sure say Obia picky school because of their religion, because they pick the answer of picky school. No. 90% of Nkwara Omuko school or different schools in Ghana, they pick the schools because person Omuko Omuko Nyadien, Omuko pass, Omuko university. Now so a school no at least ne som so opese odango suma ye betume din komo apekwan bi suma akwara bia som ne som. That's all. Jack, we are too foolish. Sometimes Annie and Jimmy, they are stressing the chief imam. They are stressing the schools. And it hurts, bufu. They are stressing our software. They are stressing. Let the PTAs take over this. This is a PTA conversation. This is not an education minister conversation. This is not a president conversation. This is a school. PTA. Let the PTA meet. Let them all meet. Say week way PTA. Na school be a PTA share. We will come a conclusion will be done on this. And the boss away, Abu school way, Nankora Dinichi, no more can some, no more. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Then our year. Into a catch our said, at that age, we need to guide them. Akrebu or Krompa, information about many parents, maybe yet what is on the ground. So we need the parents to go sit to the teachers and come to a conclusion on something. All right. Now, let's talk about another thing. Now, there's another story, and it's got to do with a year WASI results. You say WASI results, so ba, and it's what Daniel said for. Oh, you're right, Daniel. You wasted time or Ghana power, unnecessary time. You wasted time or Ghana, unnecessary. Just say, you to me sorry no pa na ya shada na you wasted time 24 hours ni nyina if aso bi amaso na asa akoda now you sorry you say why can release the results of 2025 in Korana omuwie school no. Now 2025 WASI was conducted under heightened invigilation, strengthened supervision, and strict adherence to examination protocols across all centers. Now you're sorry and you see what's the results now, but social studies almost fairly, mathematics almost fairly, the issue here is why we are here today. The results we are seeing, and we all know all the people sitting on TV pretending as if they say this is news to us. No, we are all hypocrites. We know. Let's put politics aside. But we all know the genesis of this problem. And the genesis is say, for a very long time, we had a government that did not listen to advice. We had a whole government that did not pay attention to details. We had a government that was all about votes, what people would say, campaign message. We had a government that saw education as a tool to empower themselves through politics. That's all. We all saw our education, it was deteriorating. The quality of students we were producing from the senior high school, from the day Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said, or the free SHS Aba, open the floodgates. There was no checks. At a point, teacher-student contact, it was basically like 2%. We all know. In Korano, this is nothing new. Let's not pretend. We all knew from the beginning, say, the kind of students are now you produce, your SSNE produce, 90% of them, they were not supposed to be given the nod to pass as senior high school graduates. At a point, Akufo-Addo friend, Akufo-Addo graduates. It's all about slogans. It was about saying things to make some people feel, say, some people have been defeated. The fact of the case is, the reason why Intia recorded these bad results, and then say, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo move free power no. The invigilation, the strict way GES and WAEC, they basically monitor the elections. No, the usual pass and go did not happen. Let's accept this fact. Let us be honest. This is not politics. So let it not look like say one in a choir and I say where your NDC problem, MPP problem. We know say the problem starting now you can't say the free SHS needs to be reviewed. We were not prepared for free SHS. We were not prepared. And some people made it look like say anytime I raise the issue about free SHS, we not being prepared and that things have to be looked at in a different way. No, you become an enemy to Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, NPP. No. We knew near Nkwara when a tifi na ya wofo yenim say Nkwara no quality na no de ba fie na enye. At a point, a whole government ekoto apo de Nkwara. No, this is serious. So okoto past question e de Nkwara. Now o pa kira Nkwara ne saying. Onsia sa questions in pass it. It is the responsibility of that kid to study. It is not your responsibility to buy questions for the kid because you have given the kid textbooks to read. It's the moment that Ube created that opportunity, no avenue na Nkwara, the kid automatically starts to relax because at the end of the day, manko class to cry. Say about try exam sa abai be ni bottom sika akoto de akoto pasco ama yesuya. The probabilities of pasco no de ebi beto no e high. So what was the challenge? In 2021, Ministry of Education has spent 34.8 million to purchase 446,954 sets of past questions for 2021 WASSCE candidates under free SHS. This was reported by GH1 in 2021. Yatam Ghana sika 34.8 million Ghana cedis. Yarikoto Pasco de ma Nkwara, who are supposed to crack their brains, who are supposed to read using textbooks. Textbooks are supposed to guide them to go write exams. You know? A whole government under NPP, Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, Educhum, sa NPP way, it is 34.8 million top past questions. Now in 2021, so top past question ama akorabi or SS1. Now who say the seniors near top past question mwa. Dear the mama sa akora no akotena classroom esua de. Because onim say edu ne so na obetre exams na. Obeto past question amano. That is what we are seeing today. Ade e koso ndere enye anything e o se free obi betena radio so say be chechire chire. No, in chechire bi anim. It is the free SHS that Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia omu jimi na omu enya abotre amya assessing ye because we didn't have enough facilities to host these kids. 90% of Nkwara, they did not even meet a teacher to teach them. They could not even take an assignment to a teacher to say, "Sir, madam, the outshare me and the mentias here and the waba class there, break this down." They did not get that advantage. They did not get that opportunity. Red, blue, green, fono. They didn't understand what was going on. Akwara no kwa onya baby ponna. Classroom na yema. O who teacher nimpo. Yet to be the 2 months in school, 6 months at home. You need to understand that you were breaking the education down. They went all the way down. This is what they came to tell us. Education Ministry PRO clarifies alleged 68.5 million spending on photocopying WASSCE Pasco. Almost has spent 68.5 million to do photocopies on Pasco. This is in 2024. Almost Ghana sika, almost 70 million Ghana. Almost koto and print Pasco. Why do you do that? Nkwara na mu failure no. The fact is, they did not go through any education. They went through school. Nobody obi anche Nkwara we ade. Nkwara we no mu failure no. Eno mu fault o. the people who introduced this kind of shambolic free SHS. And we need to say it, because you see, say today, when you listen to people on TV, they are being politically mindful of their statements. No. What we are seeing today about these WASI things and all that, it is because now NPP are buying say SHS, no? They destroyed it. The fact is, they say, SS yena yekobi, ye koyesu ko wie, eme yenim ye mate ye bomu yina ding. So we know how it used to work. We know how it used to work. But from 2017, SHS changed. It changed into something else. I know the moment I raise issues about every SHS, you become an enemy to the NPP government and the NPP grass cutters. The moment you say, for a kid to be able to pass the exams, it's not just about sitting in the classroom. A lot of things come together before a kid can pass an exam. And intina obuha or say me school way, and yet because say me school way ni it is because of the facilities na ho. And intina and there you will be a friend of grade A school, grade B school. It is almost a wufo because me pesa chinchina me bako school way. It is because we who facility our school any what the facility has been able to bring out. There are some students who schools be that brilliant too. But it's because they got the environment to learn, because they got the assistance, because at the end of the day, what they needed for them to feel comfortable, no, they had it, they were able to at least have some mind to understand what they were being taught. It is not just putting a kid in school and saying free SHS into Uber. It doesn't work like that. From the day the kid enters that school, you need to make sure, say, akwalane welfare, no, if it drops for even 5%, that kid, the probability of that kid failing is high. So the kid has to go through the school, not just to read, but for you to basically condition the kid's mind. Also, or sorry, or that, or to me that soundly. At that age, that kid needs to sleep soundly. When you crowd about 8 to 9 hours of sleep, uninterrupted sleep. I was also making sure say baby or dano in tuntumi and the stewa korano the health in here. Sa korano sorry also nye duane papa di. Sa korano or your bar ne sanitary pad they need to be, you see the kids they need to be in a condition to be able to understand it. So I got in a classroom and intina so washa. You say nkwara mo international school no ama bench nkwara mo saito. Enkwara mo saito no Agyabeng. But who compare to international school it is because international school no majority of nkwara no they are comfortable. So say obetie teacher no krampo 20% at least emu 10% back obetie. Now this is a situation a kid goes to school oni akonya tim otarinto kra ho. School na ho no sebio eduane ni ho. School no classroom no krampo no omunkom baby obeda no osori no power bre. What is going to make that kid get up and say me ko dware asa kwatena class because wa bre. Because if you don't get a good sleep you cannot walk to class. You are already tired. The brain is already tired. Intercorrect kwatena class wa onsua bibia. And when you go to yanya SSD ko no bi no it is important you take nap. We have quiet times. It is important everybody goes to bed at 9:30 at persec. It is important. Your school ni antiasie because so ya kwaba dwin say adena school ni show from prep adentina yasa abo adoma say obia enko air worship quick enkoda. It is because they have strategized in the way you have enough rest. Say upon school area between 2 and 5. Say groundswell kinima everybody has to go take some nap. That is how it works. These things are important for the kid to understand because if you don't condition the kid's mind well, unya results now open. And through the governance, the kids were not going to school to pass. They were just going through their schools. We were not teaching them. Why are we pretending that today this is new? This is not new. Let's be honest to each other. We need more facilities. We need to make sure say yetimi accommodating Korani ye. what is this thing of a John Mahama administration no kwasiebi I omon person nkran be call university na Jimmy na omon pass here na I didn't John Mahama stop you omon pass e di John Mahama come again adena mo MPP fo nkrantie we mo Jimmy sa ube wa krantie bi not social media I we there NDC fo na e share that e failing nkran na adena omon fail omon failing there NDC en fail omo so NDC for the market ya adena omon ma bi pass ya omon ma bi fail ye adenti say NDC for person nkran be go school say NDC for the market exams na adena omon fail omo nyina no ma say this year there akore bi eni wo be ko tertiary interban into SK bia mo nkrantie na mo MPP mo Jimmy. You have caused this serious problem. I was saying it was caused by Bawumia, Ekufuado, MPP, Mwejimi. We need to get to the bottom of this. The only solution to this problem is to make sure free SHS know there are more facilities to do what? To contain these kids, accommodation-wise, and school facilities. I was saying enough. Near to Ghana na kwasha for shoot the TV so and you know and I believe and the solution is one. The free SHS implementation was wrong. It started on a bad note. We need to correct it. We need to review it. Yanti kroma na chichire Jimmy nene Bawumia concert Ghana kache say review means cancel. Kwasha for monti kroma. And na mo MPP nkrantie we mo Jimmy sa. We know the truth. And it's make kache mo MPP for no say you people, you are not fighting the NDC. You need to convince Ghana for no munim nyansa no. You need to convince Ghana for na omo nyansa to tia on because omo nyansa hu se mo Jimmy. We need to blame you people. Yatina Kroma, these are some of the things you people told us. These are some of the things. So let's not joke about these things. This is not something to be saying. This is what they said. Free SHS lecturers complaining about quality of students entering our varsities. This story was in 2023. In 2023, universities lecturers can say no. The quality of students we are seeing in there, we need to do something about it. You people sat in Ghana and told the lecturers say, "Omi NDC for." And kwasi for me anyway. They sat in Ghana, they didn't listen to anybody. They foolishly went to Ashanti region, went around the nation, and told Ghana for say review means cancel. Mon krantie, MPP krantie Jimmy for. You people don't think. Muni answer. Mwe Jimmy. And Korano mo pass 90% of the companies also mo blame mo MPP for. 90% of Korana oman passing, sorry. And Korana oman pass. They need to blame you people. You can't somewhere for 8 years. You can't somewhere for 8 years. You people should take a look at this review. Take a look at this. Review free SHS. Review free SHS. Number the Mokwasi ya campaign. Obitan Ekufuado. And Ekufuado the free SHS aba. And ya Ekufuado ya cover COVID-19 by. Na Ekufuado the free SHS aba. Then chese be papa. Yanti kromha. And achichidie we cover COVID-19 by Ghana. Why did COVID-19 by Ghana? COVID-19 yare no. Why na cover by? And Ekufuado. Wanko no way say no cover by. Yetiti kroma enkwasiade yankasa ena nkofo we be say krono and omon krantie na sorry yendiasie yandisi for empese nkora be ko school ejimi for nkwa eni tina mo MPP for mo highest level of education or party me say GSS mo ejimi we need to look at the issues here. Look at this here. Now Ghana moves from Ghana only WASI to international WASI for May-June 2026. GES directs students to prepare adequately. And the Kufu Bawumia, na Ghana and Kwana Chirowasi. The rest of West Africa. Right now, under this government, we are going back to the basics. We all need to write the same exams. How can you live in West Africa and say, I calendar ninti, would you ukro, won't Kwana better exams? When the bear says so. Who is going to assess you? And why you could say, GS say, in Kwana Mobile May and June 2026, we know, Omni Nigeria betro, Omni Gambia betro, Omni West Africa, Wayek, school be omoka, a Krobia Kawayek Hubiano, Omni Betro, boom, the same day, the same time. But and they could for the MPPA Baumia, not Ghana for one your date your try exams because they are printia poor. because near printia poor the kind of students are created in the say aid no say and the free SHS in Kwarana course school no born na and then TikTok or say baumia free SHS one Kwarano try caption now as bodam me see say small girls who feel on Google TikTok say ye kasama baumia campaign no free SHS one Kwara the tuma fanya hwe into mo wi say adan yenkodi baumia chi ebia na obi akonya edi o party nim na ebi oni abewo anase edidi mu a na enya secretary bia beye eye constituent secretary. That is why they can challenge themselves. In this also MPP na hwe nipa mu di baumia the quality di baumia chi hwe quality na di baumia chi no I say sasa monsamma the quality de ba omiechi no yankora no di ba omiechi no I say samon samomba omo tata omo ntumi nkabrofo omo ntumi nchirechirem omo jimi omo nyina every SHS fall out so they could not continue because unim omo ntumi nsua de ampase intend yankodi ba omiechi kwase bi kodi o asrema nso a yekoye campaign kwase bi kodi na me konyema ende ma wo MPP ba anase me didi ma constituency secretary eno mo didi ba omiechi. They have messed this nation up big time. Right now, the new administration, GS say, we are going to go back. We are going to join our brothers and sisters, our part of West African Examination Council. We are going to write the same exams. In Tinkorana Mwo School, no, you should prepare adequately. Obia metop oma obia bium. Obia ento pasco emo obia bium. If edien free SHS no to me kwatene fie. Unye ready to learn. Unye ready to go through the mail. Unye ready to look through your books. Now I will say obi beto pasco mawa ene kosua djuma. Because sa 3 years in no na omo be wie no onu so wapon ho na at least obi akoni baby. So why I say kwasi ampe yi the free SHS by into ube kobia you are going to go in and fail. Waste your 3 years. It is only say wontumi a start kosua djuma uwie GSS akosua djuma. It is better. You will get a skill. Nipa na omo be ko SS no omo de omo some person ko agric science. Omo de person ko science. Omo person ko bio. Omo person mo nko Ushena se o knowledge ni endru ha kone kosua adwuma tivet wo ho paifa ho member ye wo se SS ni ebi atum intimi so mikobi ube waste 4 years ube wie na wadane kwasea enti mu a mutie me nkwara no free SHS no enye obia na free SHS ye ma no wo obia wo wie GSS na wo hwe onsa wo person wo sua nsa no adwuma ye o tivet wo ko tivet kosua adwuma Uso ujidi se obetuma ko SS no also tiache se ukosua de akopase obi nkoto pasco mawo. You need to get this in the heads of the kids. Ya so Akufo Addo be di president oni ba omian be di kwasiade ya so nkwara so akora because school I say o se panichew. Oh na unko SS ko free SHS so Akufo Addo de aba obekoda maamefo bi omutuma mu kan ye ntiase ena Akufo Addo di free SHS ba ne ba ne wi oyegala. And I entice Akufo Addo free SHS obi antimi fa bi ma ye wi ne bad ya body body tuo oti program ya body tuo Akufo Addo sesi ade ye nim free SHS ba ye ne ba no ekoton chene ya bu ne kuno jimifo oba no ko free SHS na ade na ode ba ye mo say nwan mo say ntafre ye sorry a eche champon fie ma mo we Omo tan o kan Ghana sam say yenchichiri Ghana ye a yentiase ye de yampini o ena hwe mama ama no maama no ena maama no ena maama no omo na ase finsa beifo ena mama ama no ena maama no ena maama sa maama ba na nya adwuma o ye ni gyan na kwotene fie ejimifo mo sora mu gudwom na mo ton ade bronya ebei makofa nyoma begu dam mo sora mo yibaga begu kwa ho nyama nde ye nto na okwa akoyi 30 ni ato na obakoyi 20 nyoma nde de gu ha ni o abeifo omodwa musu awia na ebom no mo mba bewu se mmoa mo nka no kore eni ntina mo mma no ebi atiegu red so no na odwen se weni da ho na wodi atra nyame be ma ho achew o de besi wo ba so obekum ba to atwene yen ka no kore yen di no kore enti konkonsani jimi enkrantiaism ena yama saa supekuism no afa yemu ye nim nyansa Akufo-Addo for 8 years wabe say Ghana nyina ene enkwara no they are going back to basics intimisra mo mono mo ba no etna ho na mo ne mo di nkom ka se kobena free SHS na wo ho no sesia no ye ntɔ pasco mo bia sa wonim sa wontumi nsua de empase a ma yɛmfa nko TVET anase ma yɛmfa nko sua adwuma 3 years urukosua hairdressing urukosua welding urukoye your apprenticeship program nyina wo ho urukoye bia nkofo we na omso ma be no omko wi a omno wo ubewie pepepe na wo so aba nipa omso omko university omko mamon kam mani ngum se nwan because obi ankoto pasco ma oba biem aban bia ni wa okoyi sika akoto pasco ama obi aba o Ghana tama oto a yede ukọ eyiase a yekoto star ba akoma ode uti kọ hye supeku nkwa ho a ye bọ woto a wokọ wo ye na obi nyina hobi musore ma wo eyiase nkwara abegu Ghana ha eyiase nkwara ukọ wekipira na akwanyam eyiye bi amma eche eyiye bi amma na ono obi akoda na akwanyam wo mannan a wawo mo Mensa eyiase na akwanyam mo kwasiasam nkwa na ye wo ye ka na obu ofu ana mama ama no entiase ene Akufo-Addo de ni free SHS aba o tan munim nyansa onwe na asomesi Akufo-Addo jimijimi owie na akotere fie ne mba bia ni wo certificate enso ne ba bia ni obedi hia wo bana na woto ye Akufo-Addo de Akufo-Addo no ba omia ne banko SS da wo ba omia ne ba bia ni wo wie GSS ba omia one ai samre ne ba bia ni wo ko SS da into no nhwa akrampo SS da Mahamudu Kanada Japan ne ba bia nko school Ghana da wo na wo firi bakwai wo firi ntebuom wo firi awona krom wo firi srem wo busuafo obi anya 200,000 Ghana da kwasiato ye ka Ghana sam fa wadwene bra ne enkyekere Ghana na wo ho tan Jimmy Kasa o wende esi a oba no na aba wo so no e de na obeye afi na wo sa de begu aban so e na nkora igu fie e na aban mo adwuma e na yete ha o e na aban kreti adwuma odwan eyiase bia wo wawo num enum emu nan eyiase na akonye momo oh from pond so fi Germany na baaye na me hu na che pi na wawo Jimmy oh amuako de ye ne wa o na me dwen so be ware me pi na wawo ofui ya nyansa me hwe oba ma ho masa fama Jimmy for de nko enim na mubu ofu kwasiade ye kape na mubu ofu ye nka omasem enkwasiade ye ka na mubu ofu ai na kevintaylor didi atem ubo nkwasiade antre wie ne ye ka Akufo-Addo oni ba obi enkwasasem nko a
free senior high school policy is a policy for the development of our country. We're not going back on it. We're not going to have it reviewed. We're going to continue with it. We're going to improve on it. We're going to develop the infrastructure so that we can develop the human capacity of our country. That is the position of the new patriotic party and of its president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. No review today, no review tomorrow. 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 Free senior high school policy is a policy for the development of our country. We're not going back on it. We're not going to have it reviewed. We're going to continue with it. We're going to improve on it. We're going to develop the infrastructure so that we can develop the human capacity of our country. That is the position of the new patriotic party and of its president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. No review today, no review tomorrow.
kwasiasem nko a Or the entire jinasro. No review today, no review tomorrow. The Babianco school Canada. Now, Boziki Dinechi. Enquire where you're Tama 2024, no more Form 3. And yet the same teachers in Chiromade. I don't know about Damsa. I don't know Mubi Jimmy Sa. Yeah, Kano Krana Chiramwa. Most so Kufuado Neba Miaso, so Son Quasiafu was 8 years. And hundreds and thousands of young people, life are say, Jenny Bay. Wait, and they be a application say, yeah, police for nan kwaranketing giti way you now come to my school because Quasiampenny be by 8 years. On it in Samanfobi Bedi Ghana so 8 years. They destroyed lives of young people. And then police in BA, fire service in BA, because they don't have any option. Job guarantee. Because the Juma or police because or police guarantee the Juma is guaranteed for the next 25 years. But in Kasa Kurawi, Kobetuma Korenim Kakra, Abaye at the Fofrokra Ghana. And so at this point, Sanquasia forward and yes, so almost Ghana. 90% of Monkwasiafo na mudi akwa wechi ni ba omiechi na monte asem na okana se na motete Ghana na Ekufuado de e na Ekufuado sankro mo feli Ekufuado 2024 na nkora we ewo SS3 kwase bi TV se e na NDC fo na o ma hye de feli omo wa ye ka NDC dia muti kroma na Ekufuado ba omia e frem nkora no Ekufuado graduate na Nkwasiafo na mo ye ntwamwa na mo ni nyanza Otingana ye Ekufuado graduates no na montingana ha also owie no wasem mo man life also akotene fie and Kwasiampenyi also akodi dwa ye je woto a na de akohwe no ne ba bie ni wo obedi hia biem because mo agimi mumududo no mo agimi omo de mo beye saa because gele any t-shirt na mo pe gele keke emu konko ni gele ma support nkokọ ma akokọ konja so onye kusi a oyopuro a why say ntoshe why just why say why just mo Jimmy ataba 8 years near catch them. Let us review it. Nana do danko for the general state catch them Ghana for say oni ba omi ababe see 350 senior high school and sana my free SHS in nyan we be the president omo nsi nkuko bo baako near da hote eya asantimemu e defend Ekufuado near da hote asantimemu defend Ekufuado kurasini ukrom school baako mponsi wo Wabetena kumase osia chi brown kaze ena mahama no ene ente ase na NDC beden ende obabe ma no obaba no the only thing obetuma ye wanya jantra agwakobọ kro no yebebo ni tuo kunu na yebekunu ato atwene ana agwakọ ye gala ohun se wasay mo life wa finish over 400,000 enkwara wa say omu nyina life abe burden to Mahama. Right now, Mahama has to create an opportunity for these people. How is he going to do it? Muntuma mu kan kwasi asam ye ye. Ye tumu fana mu buofu. Ye nkan asam. Na nkan kan wasa na nkan nim nyansa nkan sanko bia bejao. Ye nkan wasam so wagimi ntie nja na tena ho. Ha? Udidi di opron kwan wi ankwasi asam nkwan ye kan na monuma na mu buofu. Mo problem akofa betu nipa so. The rate of unemployment is going to go up again. Because of some of you, the silliness in unity. Ama unemployment every time you are near Kosro. Because Mumubino, you just have to reason keke. Mon person by Jine. Jine keke be 10 seconds. Ni fanchi chire mai. Yen tiasie. Yen yina ye kuye cha. Okay, so we obi atem. We Jimmy a uni so we Jimmy. And this is Nana Ekufuado. The destruction of why Oneba Umia and MPP no Omaya Ghana no, it will take us over 40 years to correct it. You have no idea. Mama Mako says so many fail on Quay. Is your dear Mokoye? Ekufuado 10 years into no. It is your modern Mokoye. Ekufuado the Abe Kufuado is a Kufuado no Obewu. Nema Jan Kromania the Ade. Omobo Jantra Komenya Mema Ware. Now where Obanafro 2018 19 or Saba Bechi table abedaw dem. Baby, I would do Kunejao. Kwasi ebe akonya we yiase na odo befia huntumi fa ne mbefie na ma me panyini ti so ya rugina guest house adenta ye me mane ofie ma me panyini ti so we use ma ye nanso ben aye wa hem ne wa hem ene opagya won sapa ye hu ende o ma mieru da hote won chai free SHS nti omo ntuma ntoa so omo nyina feli ti fie o pesika ba akwa akoto eye pragia kochi ba ko di ni tribom oba besia ba na dwon musan so ko he woni ajantrafo na tedem ukọ yiase a obese be ma di wechi be fie usuro ubusa nkran mo be ba be da fie and at your age utumi fra oba kase kwesi and oba be da fie all because opese woni be ma be da fie nkora ne ntuma mobra munyina mo ni mo ho enkwase asem yetumufu amonte eye mo a mo failure no Muhammad bibia ba your friend edwumawura munyina mo nko apply bi muntie me Muhammad bibia ba your friend edwumawura another form of employment betumi create a lot of employment enti mo nkwasiafo enkrante na mo di MPP echi na mo mana bebo mo so sisi ana omo ba dane potential jantrafo no Muhammad edwumawura no ho mo mfo mo nko na mo njai jimi na mo di zitifie no mona ekufuado abese mo maegu muso no nanado danko ekufuado abese mo mana and omo dane potential jantrafo no potential ewifo be jejina kejetia abetutu nkofo botom 90% of nkora be start anom red because of mo awofo no jimi amumu bi mu jimi ya mo anka no korenti a ekufuado dada mo dodo no be boja ntra be jina city light abe jina santase aba omo brazil to nyina atete because of mo awofo no bi mo be kan no kura kire ekufuado na wesi small schools and mo mba na fail no mimi fie no mo bete omo sa betena mo so musika kakra mo di bo edidi dwa no omo be wia bibia by your friend Ejumewura Mr. S Mr. P get me if there's a video someone tie Ejumewura me be kire mo Muhammad the police bia by your friend Ejumewura omo mu filie no omo failure no mo nyina nko Ejumewura no Muhammad be boa mo na me dwen say ye free SHS ekufo de ba ye no anka mo wie SS no anka mo beje mo man Ghana card na anka mo de mo nyina ko menhia se na we ya mo de hie o we de na ye de hie ekufo de MPP de o mo ko free SHS ntina na fo mo adwuma na me dwen say na me omodwa do what na me dwen say me tim na me dwen say time na mo ye ai MPP de ye de twa efruma ye de asanteman dia e na ekufo de free SHS buy na me dwen say nkora ne fail ye no mo wi anka mo beje o mo Ghana card na anka makosam mo nyina line e wo menhia na maka che me na otumfo setu na me do piaw na mo ganye na say fa wo mu we de asantefo ma we de o de hia o ade na mo mfo mo nko na na ba wi school no wo school na na ba ko na na ba bing na ba be ma no nice boy obuade o so wi school no kwa abro chire one pass yanko betuma akọ money stops nonsense no na ba no boy no fe and so there yan so on san warrior santini because of poba tintin gramo na ba boy no okoji on Kofi Annan wo de woni ntia hwe Kevin Taylor de Kofi Annan ne Kwame Nkrumah obiara ambo home match so woni mbie kura wo de tenase ka se tenase na twa konwa kwaje ka se steady Kofi Annan kakra ye ne Kofi Annan na busa Kwame Nkrumah so ase wo ya aba me check Kevin Taylor so wo bohu bibi obi amba home na ba no ogowore bro chire na wo so wajibi we di super kunkwan ya na oba awewi apatre afena na ba na ye na ko school bro chire ko te bro fo o me ware oba osantase wa bodam wedwa itinga we di bufu me rewo me kama na ya wo ya abua na ba no ko school bro chire osa kosua nimdie nana baba esa ba no akache come why are you doing this you cannot eat antelope shit that's wrong nana bali kosua nyansa ba otia ye ekufo de de na e free SHS ne de free na oba na tifie no wadwa wo bodam oche no pamo ngoso mla yo menhia se na we de wo de hie o wo de hie wo wie om nyina ekufo ado graduates intina na se de ye den but just man na beka kire mo mumu bi mu agimi nana ba no ne ho afa papa me say ogin se nana ba ne ko school abrochire North Carolina na abrofum maya emmaya omu nimade yi omu hu twei abrofum mai omu so sa age no omu ho fa no brutal na abrofum mai omu ne nana e share nana ba okla hello how are you Lower King say nana ba no Lower King say nyo ne yo hene no or Lower King into my friend Lower King hello Lower King I say hello girls I nana ba ne abrofum ma di gomo a why wo to atwentwem ne nam eye de Antobia say ye ya santefo ma we wo de wo bodam on de na to Oh, the end ato me and there make catch them, make niasi and the moon. Evangelist Papashi. Go be buddy. I got my word down. I need you to do for Papa no. I say catch them, I'm not on the way, Jimmy, and I'm a dog. Match robo. And I go for the free SHS no. Aha. And then another one, North Carolina. On your bro from Mano. Omo feno. Omo TV. Omo shall we go? Omo shall we go? That be brony bar. Sabi a scalfie. Oh, this was shall we? Or the way then. Niti other than ha. Other than the cheek. Or the brush and qua. Or the brush. Oboko. And upon the brush. Or Usoma L2. Brony bar. Nana bana who are bro from the brush. No one to the Numa. No, my so much back. No, my said, or Sako will have co. Every day. Na audition ya have ko na mo tete Ghana ekufo adu Jimmy na mo soso ene ye mano ene ma wija intimacy mo aya mo bi mo tenase a mo study nyoma ba eyi na po Jimmy na mo Kwame Nkrumah yi Kwame Nkrumah uyi Kwame Nkrumah me kind of 3 strong men of Ghana uyi Kwame Nkrumah no way Kofi Annan no way Kevin Taylor or there's something unique about them. Checking her, send an abandoned see our brochuro. You see, I know, dear friend Crambo said, oh, college. No, never from Baoha. Fridays, no, so some little drink up and all that wasn't an abano. I or coho or never from money didn't come. Hey, I brought from me or shed your fe. I almost to me called dinner, almost to me inviting or move Papa Fee, Nana Bantu to me invite him whatever and Nana or never from ma Nana Banya from a new commode, Uji Santa Asi didn't cause yourself. On your bro from Maneko. Meso ni abro from make a restaurant omo be a friend first your appetizer eduane nyamba you wo to wo kwotena ne fufu so yami o yankoda o bodam na na bad dinkan okas oh do you people have calamari say I also do you want to share a plate or something abro say nah maybe I'm going to have some tartars on that it is appetizers aba na na bad eduane nyamba you na na bad you fork no pa no that shit no say so what do you say so how is it in Africa? I've not been to Africa before. It's cool. I say I've heard your dad is the king. Na na bad you feel average. I've heard your dad is the king of the Ashantis. So yeah. What do you hear? I Googled. In fact, I Googled and I saw your dad being carried in something. So many people following your dad. That's cool. So yeah. Can they carry me too? So yeah, I can let them do it. There are a lot of people at Bantama. Krufum, they're jobless. I saw them Kevin. I saw that master member not got the Asama Adam master member called to the not got upon me chow na nabano oni broni ba ko dinner me chow coming to America in style no when they finally coming to America part 33 nana bano ni bro they abrofumba Mensa omo to restaurant odo kwasia where the patron kwan what's a fairly woman me kwasia nti ya tunufo wante nana bano go chat I said what do you say I said can you put me in that I would be so cool I can do live so yeah there are a lot of boys in Bantama Crowform I can let them do that for you really but I saw your dad with so much gold man I love it so yeah you can also have it I can tell my dad tomorrow he's going to get gold what
wow yeah see all my face yeah my head my eye my nose my teeth my mouth yeah handsome yeah my head my eye my nose my teeth my mouth yeah handsome I am on something yo yeah wow yeah see all my face yeah my head my eye my nose my teeth my mouth yeah handsome yeah my head my eye my nose my teeth my mouth yeah handsome I'm on something, yo. Yeah. Ha ha. Wow.
It's in another no. On your bro for money didn't come and say, oh, ha! Odu Jimmy to the cook for the free SHS. Inti Munko pay Jumara ni bi Muhammad Jumara ba. Ai o boda wedwa. Ni ye tufu. And the Covenant report na be yo Agyabeng. Munko tie John Mahama o se Jumara no mo amomba no feli no.
But let me point out that this program is not like others that were announced in the recent past with a lot of fanfare, but proved to be mirages without adequate funding to sustain them. Ejumara is fully funded with adequate allocation provided by the Ministry of Finance in the 2025 budget. My young brothers and sisters, many big businesses of today were the startups and micro enterprises of yesterday. The Jumara program is designed to be inclusive. It's designed to be youth-led. It's designed to be Ghanaian-owned. And so you must be a Ghanaian to be part of the Jumara program. And the Jumara program is regardless of your educational background. You can have little formal education, but you can become an entrepreneur. And the Jumara...
Yeah, Mahama Kenya say, a Jumara program no mo di abano. Uwe SS no one pass kra oba aban betuma aboa. Inti we brofo no tintini nyina na tietia no no. Inti mo a mudi di akufo ado echi a odada mo a mudi mu jimi yetumu fo amantena mo ba no feli no. Ejumara program no ho. Men kasa man kan kire wo. Ha ha. Men kasa man kan kire wo. Ha ha. My nose, my knees and my hair. Ha ha. Ejumara program. Hey, man, kevintaylor. Me pe mejuma yo. Ejuma me yani o. Me nya juma fufuro bia. Ma catch them. Mejuma ni me wa experience wo me say John Mahama. Me ni mejuma no. Ejuma we. Me ni mejuma no. Ah, just say o fa me say me nya juma we ma ho dia. Ende success the oboa. Success. Hey, me say ejuma ran no. Ha ha. Men ka say man kan jiro. My nose, my hands, my teeth, my beautiful face. I'm handsome than you. Ha ha. John Mahama catch them. Ejumara no ho now the for Jimmy tina na me de entiase ye MPP for oba no oba ko no red ko fa to be bow trima to atwene fi so opesika ko to red ana me de ensunsanso ama wo no ana say me de example ama wo no na naba no wa abrochire osua de ono so wie SS no ko abrochire anko ensua de anko abrochire e ya dusua ene de ye prince na ko abrochire osua nwoma oni abrofo ma adidi esi appetizer no mawie afe na ye de main course ne ba esi on some mun say wo santasia wo didi onim appetizer unim main course na unim dessert unim hwe abrochire dua na wo premier nsa udi first one do pepa wonum ene fe no appetizer e ma sebio na udi mirika na e ba wo tena sia onum nso aka I'm from far away, that's why afe na ye be didi inti appetizer na ye de pepa yanum inti nana ne ba na wa abrochire no one abrofo mma no omo ofe no on papa wo sika bi papa bi no omo ko university no sebi omo nsha wig no omo de brush na nu omo tirim me de bia me hu bi omfio abrofo mma omo de brush nu omo tirim say enye Brazilian hair papa bi papa bi emumbon papa omo de shampoo na dware omo tirim abrofo mma omo de edien shampoo papa and the go omo tirim conditioner o come bathroom conditioner be 7 shampoo and the go me de bi fam tirim tirim into me jai first my wife de dey me kwa ma kofa my wife de bi go tirim na me tirim ya din say yeah ma me come anim into abrofo mma say omo de shampoo omo de conditioner omo ya omo de tuwa fam warm water was I fine but omo num entu omo nye de baby hair so omo baby hair natural on some dey say na rubber bi hihye omo nye bi enti na ba ne sa abrofo nkora ne nete wedwa Kevin dey atam ade wo long hair ultimate so pony for Jimmy kono na mkama asem enti ena make cha enti esi ara fe na make course na ba busa abrofo nana ba no abrofo ba no penasem papa tell wa abrofo ma so pebe ma tenten gram no ho so go fe hwe nana ba no kala akra nice boy or from never possible sana cars I can see that they nice cars. Last time Papa Costa they say wow coming to America in style. Nana ba how are you? So Nana girls in Tentukrum. Wow, it's funny, it's a king. What in Tabuum Jimmy ya Ekufuado the free SHS aba. Ekufuado the free SHS aba and TSC Ekufuado the also and the Obama any education and then anabano North Carolina America esuya die. Okay. Ochina me de main course no any dessert ni be bro. Udi apatren kwan na wada be osora no pa uda doni mane toothpaste bia e maxam ai toothpaste bia e maxam na ni maxam kakra ai ye bi na to odi matam na e maxam na toothpaste bia e maxam uni Pepsodent uni maxam nti toothpaste bia e Pepsodent no toothpaste bia e Pepsodent ai kwasiato ye ka no kura kire ma monte all right me yanko enim osi eyie. All right, me jai. Now Africa market. I mean, I'm sure. We can't say we ever done that for Africa market Jackson. Some me catch them. Anya di ebesi enu. Ya can be actually mamuntie. Until Sanko for be twitwa nam na wi na wie no. Obunsi Africa market Jackson da. Ma catch them. Me say Africa market Jackson. Until Sanko for the fork and knife be twitwa na so. Na we share match papa. Na so de na aye gregre. Until say Ombetwa awie no omunsie ne da metra na meka kire mo yebesie na kunedu ansa na esi Africa Michael Jackson mo anhwe ye yebesie dipa 30 ansa na esi Africa Michael Jackson yenyensie no until some miame nkofuo wei asantifo wei etwitwa na mo na we awie ka se ni nenti emre ni kotodwe de ada na esi obubu mu saa na na rastay me ready to me say nkofuo until some be Africa Michael Jackson ewie anum nsu aye omunsie ne da we mu na mudi omachi omunyina ejimi maka kyerem so omunyina ejimi meka kyerɛw nipa yabo kongro hye frigim esi e keki e no hye frigim munya nkwasiafo a na ende ye nipa ba ko obu na ye TV so na ye radio so nipa ba ko pɛ one person died one wawo nipa ba ko owu eno so eno jimi eno debate ehun white ehun black na Jimmy sa I just munim nyansa enti mo ankasa moto onyame wo so no ohwe mo se enti mo nia bere mo kasa mo content die enti na mo ka ho acha ye nua bi ewu ya mpene me yensie no ha ya ka bibia kire mo nti me sinkofo we onto some be huhumu no omo cha nam no eni ti na mo ye de omo ye no me na me ka mam secret no se me na me beifo na me jaye Tell before the dada. Me before 2012 na I say be jayo. Inti na be ya che ekufuado before. Ba me before Kennedy before. Omunyam ya before. Omunyina ba omu de omunya ya me jay inti me minimum before skills he. Ina say before that ye ni before skills he. Omo wi akwa no huhu. Me say omo twitwa ne to nyina omo shrede. Me so okoda ne to omo de ye shawama ebe wanwa. Egofo no me see omo share Africa Michael Jackson to ne de shawama de omo ye no TV so nyina concert o omo we mu ye ni we mu omo penam omo pefunu efun intellect efunilization omo me see obako huhumu abefo grounds na omo hange Africa Michael na omo slice ne to na omo slice the shawama ubenu ho enti na me hwe motive so na ma wusum mutimu eden de mutimu eden papa na mutumi tena TV so eye ho te say de munim de ekoso na mo de akwa ne to eye shawama de pa na stop me say mo be see Africa Michael Jackson de na stop mo ya beifo ye ni abeifo enim de mo ka mo ya nyina entu kwa abeifo kuro mo a Africa Michael Jackson to no omo yi sikan de fem and omo share de say no ne to no omo yi one free omo yi half a free ho we ba no which was slice kakra I no de gu e de plate him no da kwa shawama no amia omo betra tip so ye ntiasie we busa panyini unim no o picture we na busa panyin say munya butre omo boa omo nyom ya beifo omo nyina ya beifo omo nyina omo nim de omo ye obi a won bia o ye de bia wi bi omo nyina we nam no omo see omo di akwa ne to fa aye shawama awe omo twan ba akoro next week omo sa awe ne to left no to fa omo ne to left no munya beifo na ni pewu ne da hote ho akotena ho TV so ko ho ntokwa yi asim yi ho meat pie di e di abeyisam no Ah, Erade. Emi ya omakumem na me pese me kebi. Mere krampa ho anwumre. Hey, me say okwa befo krom a. Na na Akufo Addo last week okoje kakra. Ba obi akoji bi. Kere omo nyina akọ. Tie befo krom ni mo me na me befo ne me jai. Ukwa Akufo Addo akoji kakra. Last week I osma mo koji bi bre no. Me say African Michael Jackson. Omo slice ne to no. Omo slice. Enti de omo ye nyina omo boa. Oni nyina omo boa. Omo dada mo. Omo pese omo wie nam nyina ohunhum. Omo wie omo say ah ende akwakosie no. Adom ba wie. Say omo wie na ka ne more ne wie ne more no na omo de ye ede omo de artificial omo de ye omo nails no omo wie omo ka jam so ye wie say de pese sie no omo wie nam ne wie omo nsie Michael Jackson da ah ha ha
Wow! Yeah! See all my face. Yeah! My head, my eye, my nose, my teeth, my mouth. Yeah, handsome. Yeah. My head, my eye, my nose, my teeth, my mouth. Yeah, handsome. Ha ha! I am on something new. Yeah. Ha ha! Wow! Yeah! See all my face. Yeah! My head, my eye, my nose, my teeth, my mouth. Yeah, handsome. Yeah. My head, my eye, my nose, my teeth, my mouth. Yeah, handsome. Ha ha! I am on something new. Yeah.